everyone, how's everyone doing? Hope you're okay. It's Tony back again with another video for Masters of the 80s. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. This is a video that I've been wanting to do for quite a while now, ever since I got the entire collection of what we're going to look at. For an entire collection, there's not that many films in this particular run. I think there's 23 overall. The 23 films that there are completely straight down the line, big studio releases, but they're definitely worth taking a look at. For that simple reason, these were a product of HMV. HMV put these out quite a while back, good number of years ago now, and this was at the time when HMV were obviously looking at an angle for something and looking for a little bit of a gimmick for the collector's market, and they decided to do a line of titles that looked and resembled VHSs. So they look like a VHS, they're the size of a videotape. They're a combination of a slip box and a box within the inside the slip box. Really nice design, really good concept, especially for me being an 80s junkie. These fit into my collection, into my room brilliantly. They look superb sat on the shelf. I'll do a little bit of a flyby video of them later on to show you what they look like sat on the shelf. But they were a nice addition by HMV. For there only to be 23 titles in this range was slightly odd, and it probably didn't sell that well. I mean, at the end, they were trying to give these things away. I mean, you could pick these things up new for about £8. Right at the very end, up to probably about 12, 14 months ago, you could pick some of these. But probably if you have a look in some HMV stores, they may have the odd copy of these still lying around. Some films that were released were short print runs and are seriously hard to get hold of now. I mean, we'll have a look at that as we start to flick through these. And some were really easy to get hold of. Some films within this range are right up my alley, others aren't. And you know me, I don't normally buy things that I don't like, but the little bit of the completionist that is in me, and it's not a big thing. It's not the it's not the killer to break the deal with me, that kind of thing. But having all these together sat on the shelf, they look really good, and for the price point that they currently are and what could have currently picked up at, I thought, what the hell, we'll have a do with it. Anyway, I ain't going to dig too far into each title. The titles that we're going to look at, everybody knows these. They are big, mainstream, big budget titles, big studio releases. And there's nothing sort of curveball. Maybe one slightly, but the rest of it, you'll know these. No problems at all. So we'll have a quick look at what were HMV start with this, where they got to with this, and where they are now. The way they aesthetically look, I think HMV initially started off with these just as a standalone DVD. So the DVD came with a slipcover, and the slipcover resembled the artwork that's on these and the outer artwork on them. So the slipcase sort of resembled a VHS case, sort of. So I remember seeing these. I mean, they were out there, they were plentiful. They was out there everywhere. And HMV was just selling those off cheap. At the end, you can still pick those up. I think some HMV stores still have them. So then the whole Blu-ray thing sort of took to the forefront, and I think HMV realised there was a collector's market within the Blu-ray scene, and they wanted to get involved. And I think they decided to do something a little bit niche and something a little bit out there, and it was definitely aimed at collectors, and this is what they came up with. And it was the HMV VHS range of Blu-ray DVD combos, and this is what you get. So we'll start to have a look at them. Everything runs in a similar kind of pattern. So you get a DVD, you get the Blu-ray, you get a small mini poster, you get a bubblegum card, and you get a sticker. That's in every release. It's quite nice to find these second-hand with everything intact, and actually inside is hard now. So if you've got to look to buy these, if you've got to look to start to collect these, make sure you get the mini poster, you get the bubblegum card, and you get the sticker. But these are in no particular order. I'm not going to go through these in any particular order. Obviously, I suppose there's an order of release date. When HMV released these, I've not a clue what that is. I could have maybe looked back, but really I couldn't be arsed for what it is. So we'll just look at them the way they're sat on my shelf, and you'll see the reason why I've got them sat on my shelf like this when I do sort of a fly through of everything together. So that's that. That's where we are with that. What I'm going to do, because there's 23 films in this set, I'm going to break these videos down into probably 3, maybe 4 segments. Otherwise this video is going to be way too long. That way it just allows you to dip in and out of what you actually want to see. So this first video, there will be 5 films. We'll look at 5 films in no particular order. We'll go straight through them, we'll have a quick look through. So number 1 of this is American Wolf in London. Again, I really like what they did with the box art on this one. It's really nice. And again, if we flip it round to the back, again you've got the there's always 3 thumbnails at the top that will show you a segment of the film, and then again the synopsis, and then the bonus feature list. The bonus features on these are exactly the same as the studio release you will find on any DVD or Blu-ray. There is nothing new within the special features or the bonus features that was put on these discs for HMV. If you picked up the standalone studio release of American Wolf in London on Blu-ray, those are the exact same bonus features that you'll find. That is the same with every title in this range. So that's the back. Look at the spine. So what you'll see is this is how they resemble the VHS. See the thickness of that? It does look like an old school VHS tape. Down to the bottom. So the beauty of these is they are a side loading slip, like you would take a video out. And when you take that particular thing out, it resembles and is the same size as a VHS tape. Really nice little touch. Decent quality scan of the VHS tape on there. It's high quality, it does look good. And then obviously it gives you the name down here. With us being in the UK, it's got the BBFC logo there as well, so that's an 18 on this one. So what that is, we'll have a quick flip round to that. So you've got the reels on the back as well. So within these, let's slide that case over there. Within these holds all the goodies. So even the 2 discs, when they're put together, obviously the DVD and the Blu-ray, resemble the reels of a VHS tape, and that's how they sit on a cardboard swing tray. Internally it's not the best, but I mean, how often are you going to dig through these? I mean, I've got this film so many times, you know, and you just got, personally I'm just going to jump straight to the Arrow release every time. So the actual wear and tear on these, it's not going to be as much. Basically I picked these up for the way they look, the aesthetic look of them. So that's what you get inside. Every release is the same. Every release looks the same. So I'm not gonna whip through every single release. I'll pull it out so you can see the logo on it and the font on it on the other releases. But what you will get in every release is a bubblegum card. So you get some information about the film on the back of it, and you get probably the size of a Panini sticker. So if you ever collected Panini stickers in the 80s, whether it was wrestling or football or whatever it was, Thundercats, you know what I mean, it's about the size of a Panini sticker, maybe a fraction bigger, but that's the size they've gone for. And again, there's nothing on the back. So you get this with every single release one of these films. And then you also get a mini poster. I mean, if I can get these in. I mean, what you will find as we go through, I do have some of these framed up on the wall. So the mini poster, if I can just run it like that, it's basically the artwork off the front. Maybe a little bit of a wider shot on it. So that's that. So in every one of these releases, you will get a little mini poster, you will get a bubblegum card, and you will get a sticker. Again, if you're looking to buy these secondhand, like I said before, if they're not in there, do not purchase it, because it is not a complete item. So that was a quick look at an American Werewolf in London. Next up, we have got Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours. Great film. I love this one. I personally think it's one of Eddie Murphy's best. Again, this was a really easy one to pick up when this one came out. Again, exactly the same. You can see same font line, same stripe line on the outside. Again, it'll tell you down here whether it was a Paramount film or a Warner Brothers film, and obviously it says Blu-ray disc there. You'll find that on all of these releases. We'll spin it around. There you got your two thumbnails, your synopsis, and your bonus features, which is absolutely next to nothing on this one. So I took it on the standard Blu-ray release of this, and there was no bonus features on it neither. We'll flip it back round again. We'll slide it out. There we go. There's the font on that again. All these internally look identical, apart from obviously this point here. Slide that back in, and then again, here's your bubblegum card. Get that like that. Again, with the details on the back. And then there is your sticker. Again, sort of panini size sticker. That's a really good one actually. And your mini poster. Mini poster is exactly the same as the cover art on these. You will find there are some of these releases where the mini poster is different to the cover art on the release, and then again some are the same. This one is the same. It was cool film. 48 Hours. One of my favourites amongst everything that was released in this line. Next we've got Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Again, another timeless 80s classic. You'll find the sort of poster art that they go on these. There's some classic images on these. Not everything from the theatricals or the original VHS releases. Some have, some aren't. But I think they've done a nice addition to make it look, give it that aesthetic, sort of 80s, early 90s, quite a vibe about it. Because again, they're not all 80s films these, there's some early 90s films in here as well as. There's the back, obviously just the one thumbnail, the synopsis and the bonus features on this one. Then we'll slide it out, there's the font on the sticker for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And then there is the bubblegum card. So the information on the back. And the sticker, this time in landscape instead of portrait. And the mini poster. Again, this one's same as the box art. And again, I've got a couple of these mounted on my wall, so when we get to some titles, I'll do some shots of the ones I've got on the actual walls, because I can't show them otherwise. Yeah, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Next up we've got Tremors, again another favourite film of mine. Brilliant creature feature film. Sliding the back to three thumbnails on the back for this one. Again, synopsis and bonus features, virtually no bonus feature on this. Making a Tremors, a featurette and a cast profile. Slide it out, there we go. Tremors on that point there. Again, the poster on this one is up on my wall. We'll have a look at that in a sec. I'll cut away to that. But the bubblegum cards. And the reverse, with a bit of information on it. And then the sticker. That's a great one. Great shot from the film. That's Tremors. Now, this is where people may start tuning out. Next, we've got Scarface. I'll be honest, I don't like this film. I've never liked this film. It doesn't do absolutely anything for me. I've never been into the whole gangster genre. It's just a concept of film that is over my head. I just don't get it. I don't get the enjoyment out of it personally. I don't get the excitement out of watching it personally. So all the films like Godfather and Goodfellas and Scarface and Casino and films like that never done anything for me. But I know this is, you know what I mean, this is a classic when it comes to the gangster genre. And this is in here just to complete a collection, basically. So if you are still tuned in, there's inside with the font. And then on the back, it's a whole synopsis. There's absolutely no special features on that whatsoever. We have the bubblegum card and the information on the back. To zoom. And the sticker. And the mini poster. The mini poster on this one I think is exactly the same as the arcade is, yeah. It's exactly the same as the box art. So that was Scarface. I'm going to zoom again. There we go. Yeah, so that's it for part one. Please, if you're still with us after me saying I don't like Scarface, tune in for part two, while we go through 5 more than what's in this HMV VHS line range. Thanks a lot. See you again soon.